Hi. Hi. Seriously? Why does this keep happening? Hi, I'm not. I don't think I'm sick. I feel well. Um, Hi. Thank you for visiting my channel. If you're new here, my name is Miriam. Oh, my eyes are so watery. And I'm going to be doing readings today, dice readings. I'm a numerologist. I speak with your guides, and my dice speak to them too. So if you I've done a couple of these already. Today I got stuff going on, so I'm only gonna roll three numbers today. A one, two, three. A one, a two, a three. One, two, and three. This is gonna be more like a past, present, future situation. Now, sometimes, just depending on how things are feeling for me, that may change. So, and hopefully, this is even recording any audio or anything like that, because this might be completely muted. That happens sometimes with this thing. So, and yes, let's get at it. In your first position, we can say past. Can you see all the food on my? You can't, but there's little spots of food. I use this as, like, I don't move it. How did this all start? Two. This all started two. In two, which is a destiny number, which is a partnership, which is quite simply one of the steps along the way to completion. Two comes after one. And it's inevitable for the most part. Patience, thankfulness got you here. Um, the gratitude that comes with it, trusting in partnerships, even if it's that partnership with yourself. This is what has begun this journey. In the past, there's been some times where you were like a little less grateful for who you were and all that. And so now it's almost like you're about to recognize that you are indeed that that person. You were that person. Um, let me see all my other stuff. Yep. So right now, that's your sitch. That's the sitch that you have gotten yourself in or from. So there's been a lot of gratitude in your life. With two energy, though, I will say this: two is dramatic, like very much so dramatic. And the reason why I say this is because it's like it's black and white. It's 0 to 100. It's one or the other. Until it's both of us. It's this. It's not 2 points. It's one line segment. Um, yeah. So that's kind of where this all started. This is a destined journey through thankfulness. Perhaps like it's almost like the universe has been trying to show you that they're thankful, or that maybe you're showing that they're thankful, or that you're thankful. Where are we now? In the present. Something that we can sit in, especially with two energy. Two is all about having to be patient and wait and sit in it. So, I'm gonna go like this. That'll be easier to see. A one. So funny. Right now you're beginning. Right now you're beginning again. And it's funny. On a 2 day, like say if we planted seeds one day and then on the second day we're waiting for them to sprout, and on the third day, you know, I mean, granted, some seeds do sprout that fast within 2 days, within 48 hours. But anyway, sometimes on your 2 day, you realize the things that you have to start over. Sometimes in a two essence, you realize the things that you have to start over. But it's not necessarily the time for you to plan it. It's just something that is happening. It's not something that you have to decide. It's not something that you have to push for. Like, oh no, I'm in the present. I need to change. I need to start. I need to start. I need to start. Like, you are starting. You have been starting. Even the fact that, like, there are times where you have come on here and been like, you know what, I'm going to post something or I'm going to do something. I'm going to do the thing. That's still one step closer to getting the thing done. Like, literally, sometimes you have to think about something like a million times before you do it. Eventually, that millionth time is going to come up. You just have to think about it enough. Some cases, you're thinking too much. Some cases, it's a little too much. But which each thought, as opposed to trying to make it a specific outcome, letting things pass as they're meant to, come in as they're meant to, for your responses to happen as they happen, and to understand them, to be patient, to be diplomatic. Um, but this is you. You're destined to be you. You're an individual. Everyone is an individual. Like, you're very special. It's also everybody's very special, so it makes nobody special, and then whatever. But like, when it, quite honestly, it is possible for everyone to be special. Like, the only reason why people say the other thing is because they want to be special, and they don't feel like they're special yet. But nobody told them that they're special. But I'm here to tell you right now, you're special. You're an individual. You are someone specifically, and like, look, for some people, you can understand why they feel that way. For some people, you get it. You're like, yeah, I get why they feel like they're not special because they don't seem special to me either. And this may sound a little conceited or whatever, and I just don't give a shit. You need to get over it. Honestly, you know that you're special. You know that you're special. I don't know what you know to know that, but you do know that you're special. And that's just something simple you have to accept. 727 as I say this. It just turned from 727 my time as it's turned to 727 up here. So Hercules, he's starting to lick up again. He stops though. I'm recording this on my Google Meet. Okay. Third position. What's next? What is the where is the jump off point going to end? Where is the destination from this point in your present? Since you're starting something, since you're an individual, how are we creating this new? Since you're an individual, how are we creating this new? That's what I was doing. I was rubbing these. How are we creating these new realities? You know, this is the start. Wait. You're going to be creating. You're going to be speaking with people. You're going to be socializing. Something that is unique to you. There's like this charisma within you that you are allowing yourself to unlock and use and charm people because you know you're not doing it in a way to manipulate them in any way. You're just simply being yourself, and people happen to be charmed by it. You're not choosing to have the mask fused on your face anymore. You're choosing to maybe paint your face a little bit, honestly, because that feels more like you than the mask of normie norm. Like destiny calls you to create. This is love here. This is something that is going to fuel your passions so divinely. I was going to say something else, but I almost started to cough, and that came out and said, just want to cough just in case. Try and clear my throat. This is for you. Some people, as individuals, in order for them to feel most like themselves, they dress in like lots of garb and paint their faces and all that stuff. And some people really do feel like, oh, that person's hiding from something. They just need attention. But a lot of times, those people are a lot closer to themselves and a lot more yogi and within unity than the people who are judging them. And even now, sometimes you judge. A lot of times it's yourself thinking, oh, I'm too weird. Oh, I don't know. Are they gonna, is it this? Is it that? I'm too whatever. And so they're not gonna like me. Good. Who doesn't like you? Like, I want to know right now who doesn't like me. So then I can be like, okay, bye. Why are you in my face? I know it's hard for you to come up in my face because I'm not out like that. Yet here you are in my face. You could unfriend me. You could unfollow. You could unsubscribe. You could just walk out the door. Why are you in my face if you don't like me? They're in your face because they know something you don't know about yourself. It's easier to see somebody else's talent and they see yours. 3 is like in the traditional birth order type of situation is like the last born, the baby. The baby of the siblings. And so sometimes, I mean, granted, I haven't ever had this experience. I was very much happy to be the eldest. I never felt like, maybe I did when I was a teenager, but I was trying to slut around. My mom was like, no. Also very much 3 energy. 3 is very much just like it's impulse. It's, why did I say impulse as opposed to impulse? Anyway. But our natural impulse is to create. That's kind of humanity's like whole ish and deal, you know? You know what I mean? Like that's humanity's bag is creation. A big part of like even when people are talking about like AI and they're so worried about AI. First of all, leave AI alone and let them have their human zoos if they want their human zoos. You can't stop it. Just live your life. Until they go back in the future and John Connor, which is Christ consciousness could prevent this. We don't have to worry about necessarily AI taking over. AI will only take over if we aren't doing a good enough job of figuring it out. And AI will elevate us, but with force. Anyway, the alarm's going off. I'm just letting you know. It's an emergency for you to create. If you are trying to do something, to create something, you're like, you know what, fine, I'm going to create. I heard on Numerology Nation to do it. The number said create. So I'm going to I'm going to paint the Mona Lisa. You don't even like painting. Just because you can paint doesn't mean you like it. Okay? Just because you can do things well doesn't mean you enjoy doing it. Joy, joy, joy. 3 is joy. If you are not having joy in the creation, baby, you're not creating. It is a task. Because sometimes you can create something that is gorgeous and beautiful. And you're like, meh. But then you go and you do something that's super boring. Like you make a planner. You write down, you take your ruler and you write stuff down and you create a grid just for yourself. And in that, you have so much joy. You literally used a ruler. Confirmation burp. Quit looking around at what's fun for other people. Because, especially in this current society, nobody even knows who they are. We're mostly dreaming. We've been put through through many gambits for one, but we've been put through these schools to teach us how to be industrial babies, essentially. Oh, go there and do this for 8 hours a day and do the task for 8 hours a day, whatever it is. Even if you don't like it, do it, get it done. You've been able to do that for this amount of time and you could go here, whatever. You have been conditioned. You have been brainwashed. And oh, you are enlightened. Don't get me wrong. I feel the enlightenment coming from you. There's a dimmer switch on that light. And also, enlighten has a pretty specific connotation or meaning to remove a burden. It's not about shining a light, it's about letting it the fuck go and getting it off of your shoulders. Oh, love and light, love and light. Yeah, but get the fuck off my back too. Right? Okay. I mean, I won't get off your back. You could just not. These are the implications. Don't click on my video. Anyway, that's been your 123 is a 231. And that being said, much love. I got stuff to do. 7:37 as I say this. Um, enjoy your new beginnings. It's going to be profitable for you. I mean, if you do the thing, if you do the creating, you're on the way there. It's just, have fun with it as opposed to like trying to specifically have it be successful. Because people will find your joy. People will find your whatever it is that you are, because there is something that you present no matter what. Um, whenever you're moving through life. Even while we're masking, there's an essence that is always there. And as you get to discover it a little bit more, like, are you star anise? Are you garlic? Are you salt? Are you pepper? Like, what is your specific seasoning for the soup or curry? Because sometimes we need to like have. You know how many seasons and spices are in there? Oh, so good, so good, and a lot of Asian cuisine in general. So, yeah, that whole area, East and West Asian, are gonna be in this super delicious cuisine category. Um, okay, there was something there about seasonings and how in those cultures with lots of different like things that they add in, they tend to have more understanding that there's different types of people. Like there are archetypes of people. And like we run into these archetypes again and again. Like you could dress your archetype in different ways, but you're still an archetype of person. Um, like, are you an angel? And if so, what type of angel? Are you a demon? And if so, what type of demon? Are you a human? And so, what type of human? Humans are a little bit of both. That's why we both have an angel and a devil on our shoulder. That's why it always shows angel and a devil on our shoulder. And those little cartoons, so funny. Anyway, embracing each spice for what it does, understanding what it does, especially like an Afroitic diet. Each food, each herb, each spice has something that it does in the body, and there's a comprehension of that. Not in everybody's home, and like in Asian cultures, but it's a little bit more infused in the culture, as in they evolved around that type of stuff. Even though it was lost, the things that we evolved around did not include food really. The most thing that it included, especially like with Christianity, was bread, wine, fish. I can't have bread and I can't have wine. And I enjoy some fish sometimes, but like that's not good food. I don't want just a fish sandwich with wine. I mean, actually, I used to get the fish fillet at McDonald's when I used to go to McDonald's. That did be hitting. Okay, bye. Anyway, much love. Keep a lookout for the numbers. Stay synchronized and all that.